Every single day, teachers are encountering challenges in and outside of the classroom. These same teachers are actually finding solutions to these challenges. The problem is, the stories of these teachers rarely get amplified. Today, we get to amplify the story of one such teacher who saw a challenge and found a solution to this challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Teacher Podcast. This is a space where we get to amplify the voices, the journeys, and the ideas of the educators who are shaping the future of learning. I am Teacher Flavia, your host, and I am a teacher by profession. I am a teacher educator, and I am extremely passionate about the teaching profession. Today on the show, we are joined by an amazing person, Alvin, who is, first of all, a teacher, but he is the founder and CEO of TutorHail. TutorHail is a social media learning platform that is revolutionizing the future of education. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Alvin. Alvin, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for accepting to be our very maiden guest on the Teacher Podcast.
Hi, Flavia. Thank you for having me on the Teacher Podcast. And well, I can feel the pressure as the maiden guest on the podcast. I hope it's interesting enough. I hope we can have amazing conversations that can further inspire the teachers in the classroom to dream more and think more about what they can do for the learning space and something at a global scale, really.
Sure.
Yeah, and as well as them finding these solutions, I really hope they can impact the learning in classroom for learners.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Alvin. As we kick things off, it would be nice for you to share who is Alvin and how did Alvin end up in the classroom? And what were those first days in the classroom like?
Yeah, interesting. One, I never actually thought I would be a teacher. Going back to my time in school, I never really thought I'd be a teacher, but well, I ended up one. I started out as a volunteer. My background is computer science.
Okay.
But I started out as a volunteer at GEMS. Well, GEMS is no longer is no longer there right now in Uganda, but it used to be. It was one of the international schools in Uganda. So I started with volunteering in there, then fell in love with the practice. Ended up doing a postgraduate at Nottingham in education, and I ended up teaching in Uganda, Vietnam, and United Arab Emirates.
How long has been your teaching career?
10 years. 10 years for someone who didn't really want to be in there, but it was so interesting, I stayed.
At what point did you know that you wanted to do this longer than you had hoped you'd do it?
During my volunteering, I found learners to be very interesting. They would give you something new every day. So you get to see a different version of them, and then you get to see them grow, turn into something that is really sensible. They come up with new ideas. You see them flourishing. And yeah, so during my volunteering, I was like, yeah, I think this is a place for me. Yeah.
Is there like a specific incident or a specific story of a child that really touched you in a way that you thought, I think I really want to do this for a long time?
Yes, actually. I can't name names though, but
you could give a pseudonym.
Right, okay. So when I started out,
yes.
In the class I was working in, there was a group of about 7 learners. Now most of them were falling behind. So I was tasked to first help them to get to levels with the rest of the class. And then also I had 2 other students in my coding class, which as well as volunteering with, that stayed to build very amazing things that I would have never thought I can build at that time. And these inspired me. So about 9 learners, actually not just one, but about 9 learners really inspired me. So me seeing those 2 students just using Scratch to build these games, meanwhile, this is like an equivalent of like P3 in national school. So I was teaching at international school, as I mentioned. So that's an equivalent of P3, national school, and they're building computer games. P3, I don't know what I was doing. I was playing hard, getting my clothes dirty. Like
Kicking
my
balls.
brain was just not there.
Yeah.
And those kids really inspired me. I was like, yeah, this is what we need for all our students. This is what we need for all our children. This is the future. If they can do this at this age, what can they do with enough experience by the time they leave school? Yeah, so those stood out for me.
All right. Thank you so much. So I want us to now transition. You have taught, you've been in the classroom almost 10 years. What's that challenge that you saw and you thought to yourself, you know what, I need to do something about this?
Yeah. No, going, just take you back, I said the kids I started working with were falling behind.
Okay.
Now that's where this whole journey begins. So these students who are falling behind, now it's one of the things is like for a parent, it's very humbling to be told like your child is now falling behind, and so these parents were always looking out for tutors, extra support, anything that could help with
the children
these
get
children.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
Some kind of coaching.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we are to call it that.
Yes. So coaching, basically. And they would go around trying to find the suitable teacher to help with that. Now that is off-site, like at home, etc. And the one challenge that they always faced was they had to rely on referrals. There was not a platform where I could just say, you know what, my kid is falling behind. Let me just go there. Let me see a tutor who can help out. It was never there. So that in me said, like, how can we actually solve this? Because if you're having around, let's say, 10 parents all coming to you, please help. Do you know a tutor who can help my child at home? It was becoming a bit of
and now they were coming to you as a class teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
And also it was like undercover, sort of, I'll put it that way. And they can't just say it out there like I'm looking for a tutor to help out with my child. Yeah. So they're coming because you have that relationship with them, they find you approachable, you get to do
They're asking you for this.
But now for a parent who doesn't have that kind of relationship with a teacher, with a classroom teacher, what do they do? Or for the parent that feels marginalized in the sense of, they'll think my kid is, what do they do? They were special education needs students who these parents were not very comfortable just articulating like
and asking for the help. Yeah.
So if maybe they could do it without having to put it out there in the comfort of their homes, it would actually help out.
Okay.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we find help for all the learners. Yeah.
So at what point did this challenge then give birth to TutorHail?
It is so recent. It gave birth to it so recent. So whilst I was teaching in UAE, I had done 10 years and I had always thought after 10 years, I want to reevaluate my practice.
Come again. You had...
So I taught, like I said at the start, I taught here, Vietnam and UAE. So a span of 10 years.
10 years.
But I had always told myself, 10 years, I need to reevaluate. Is this something I want to keep doing within the classroom, or can I find something outside, still supporting the education, but something different? So around that time, I started evaluating, how am I going to do this? I don't think I want to stay in the classroom, but I still want to help out. And I need to be able to scale the help I want to give. So hence TutorHail. Yeah.
So it was upon your evaluation that you chose and decided that you will not...
I'm not going to be directly in the classroom, but I'm going to do something that can still impact the classroom in and out.
And out of the classroom. All right. So for the teachers listening, for our audience out there, if you were to tell them about TutorHail, what would you say? What is TutorHail? Yeah.
Interesting. So TutorHail is a social media learning platform. And it's basically
when you say social media,
yeah.
even as I was saying social media, I was thinking to myself, social media, I'm thinking TikTok, I'm thinking Instagram, I'm thinking Facebook. Is that the same?
Yeah, in a way. So why we say social media is because we've taken all the best things about everything you've talked about, Facebook, TikTok, and we've channeled it into education, and we made one platform that can work for the teachers themselves, because we are in the edge of social media. Teachers building brand, we want them to build bigger brands. Okay, so if every other content creator can build a brand, or any other professional can build a brand, why not teachers? All right.
So there's an opportunity, there's a space where they can build their brands as teachers on TutorHail.
Yes. So that's what we wanted. Something that can help the teachers and help the learners.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect of the platform, the tutors.
Yeah.
What does it look like for the learner?
Yeah. So for the learners, the most important bit is like all the content that is on TutorHail is educational content. Now, the one thing that we've struggled a lot with our learners, especially in this country, is curiosity. We need to drive curiosity to a different level for our learners to be able to allow them to dream about the future.
Okay.
Now, I'll make it easier. So, a child in China is probably seeing drones being built. Okay?
I hear you.
And a child in Uganda is having TikTok and is seeing some weird content. Okay? Now, how are we inspiring that child in Uganda?
You're inspiring them to become an influencer themselves.
Okay. That is one. Maybe they can earn money from being an influencer, but some of the content is just not.
I understand. Yeah, I've seen some of it.
How about if we had a platform that could actually also show our Ugandan kids drones that are being built by kids the same age in different countries? Now, I got a chance to experience this at GEMS. At GEMS, we had the country's first robotics lab. We had the very first drones in school. We had the very first 3D printers in school. That means our kids were experiencing education
at a different level.
Very, very different level. Now, those kids could aspire to dream.
I hear you.
Now, a child who is somewhere in, yes, they have internet in the village, but they're not having digitals in the classroom, and they're not seeing any children of their age doing the same thing. So they are thinking, this is not for me. Even when they say it, it's a grown up, it's like, oh, okay, when I grow up,
I'll do that.
But when they see a child doing it, they're like, oh, okay, I should be able to do this as well. So they start looking out for resources, which resources, again, you'll find on TutorHail. You understand? So you build the curiosity, and it's a loop for them. You find the curiosity, you find a teacher who can as well help you build on that curiosity. You can create a community of different learners who are interested in the same thing. So you have the same conversations, regardless of where you are in the world. It changes everything.
It changes everything. Yeah. As you speak, I am growing more and more curious about what and how this application works.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can just take a few minutes and just try to explore what it looks like.
Yeah.
I guess for anybody that's watching to believe that what you are what you're saying is actually right. How does it's like in my mind, I'm trying to comprehend if I had a platform where I only have education material, what would that actually look like? And then if you're talking about me as a teacher building a brand, what would my space look like? And so
just even before I get into that, now let me just make a hint on the Tutor brand.
Yes.
So very many teachers are becoming content creators. Okay. But if they're posting their content on TikTok, it's getting lost in the So if teachers are going to put themselves out there, they need a space that is entirely theirs. All right. So you as a parent.
You know where.
You as a parent, you come on the platform, And then if you're going to hire a tutor, you're actually getting to see what their practice is like in real time. You're seeing the feedback that they're getting on their content in real time. you're seeing probably they could be like testimonials on the students they've helped in real time. You're seeing their reviews in real time. Everything is happening in real time. Now, the teacher is building their own brand, but also you as a parent, you're getting to gain more trust in the teacher you would want to hire to help out your child.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Closing out the loop.
So the parent no longer has to go behind the scenes looking for what teacher can teach this subject.
Yeah.
They can come and they can find the teacher.
Yes. And their content.
And their content. And the teacher can also put themselves out there.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is what I teach. And this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
How awesome. Oh, wow. All right. Let's get to have a look at this in real time.
All right.
And let's see how we can...
So I'll turn this so you can actually see it.
Okay.
Now, this is the website. And also, you can go to the App Store and get the app, or the
Google
Play Store. Yeah.
Play Store.
So wherever you get your apps from, yes, you can. So first of all, even before you sign up, you can just come and explore the platform. So if you come on to explore, you'll see that all this content is just educational content. And the beauty is you actually also get to put the subject that it is attaching to. And hey, it's not only for the classroom subjects. It's for everything that is learnable, all different skills. So we want to open up the child to even the possibilities out there that are out of the classroom. Because we have schools.
So I can have things like tailoring, bakery, mechanical.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see the content, right?
So who are these?
This one is a tutor.
Okay.
So you can see, and you'll see when the tutor posts something, you will see that.
I see a tutor.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
But also learners can share their learning. So to inspire other learners, like I told you, if you see a kid somewhere, you want your child to be able to see that. So now, like this is a learner, and they've shared some work to do with Python. Okay. So you can see that. See?
The tutor that's a teacher. So you just share about what you are doing.
Yeah, what you're teaching.
Okay.
Bits of your subject, your content. As you build your content, just like you do on...
So if I did an experiment in the classroom, I can actually take a picture and upload it on my TutorHail account.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So...
what I'm doing is what? Building trust so people can...
you're building trust so people can start taking a look at what you're doing and your practice. No, like I showed you. So... tutors, you get that. And you can also add some other to your feed. So things that you're interested in. All right. So
this is real social media.
Yeah.
It looks, and what's this? This looks like an exam.
So see that? It's a monitoring and these are lecture notes. So someone shared about monitoring and evaluation.
This is also like a resource that I can use. Okay.
So it's for all ages. All right. So teachers ranging from FS, foundation stage, to lecturers.
They can use the platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're having all this there. Now, here you go. You have some Python notes for beginners. All right. So a child can basically start off here.
Oh, wow.
All right. And, so this is electrical engineering.
This is a tutor.
Yeah.
How cool is this?
And this is real data.
This is like social media for teachers.
Yeah, this is real time now. This is live, by the way. So this is content that's already on the platform.
This I'm finding very exciting.
Yeah. So now, you said you're a teacher trainer.
Yes.
You've got something here. Okay, someone is sharing some little things that you could think about doing. All right, how to dive into inquiry. How does inquiry look like in a classroom?
My God.
All right. So this is a place that is for everyone.
It's like a huge resource for those that are in education.
Yeah. Someone has shared like lecture notes for LLMs.
And this is like AI. Available for anybody who has access to this platform.
Yes. This is free. It's a free resource.
Okay.
You can sign up for free.
Okay.
All right.
So this is like when I get in, you took us to explore.
Yeah.
That was just exploring.
So you can sign up.
Okay.
All right. You can just fill out the form and sign up. So would you want to try out a sign up?
Okay. Make sure you do not my name, what name will I use? I will use Flavia, and choose a name. A username
Yeah.
can be any name.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me use again Flavia. NK.
Yeah.
I create a password. My email address.
Yeah.
Now my email address wagenda kujidaba. Please do not say
Well,
my email address. It's
okay,
all right.
well,
no,
you
it's
know what?
fine.
In fact,
Yeah.
no, you can sign up later. But I was just trying to show you.
You were trying
how
to
the
show me.
process-
And you
yeah,
wanted to
how
get
the
in and
process
create
is.
my own account myself.
Right after, you can do that. Right after, you can do
All
that.
right. So you can get in and
Yeah. So you get in. I'll just show you one signed in account. So
okay.
I'll see here. Okay. I had one opened up here.
Mhm.
Okay. So now this is a tutor side.
So when I sign up, this is where I will land.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will be able to still add like add like a cover, just like you do on LinkedIn. Because I know you're on LinkedIn. So still be able to see everything. So even you as a tutor, you could actually hire another tutor to teach you something. Maybe you're not good at computing. You could actually hire a computer teacher to teach you.
Let's first look at this before we get to the hiring part, because I have questions about the hiring part.
Yes, yeah.
Here, I'm looking at my page. I have signed in.
Yeah.
This one has things they have posted.
Yes.
But ideally, it will be empty.
Yeah.
And so I start a post like any other platform.
Yes. So see all this. You can.
I start a post, and then I write about whatever, or upload an image of what I have done in the classroom, and then I will post it.
Yeah.
So if I put blah blah blah, the post doesn't.
Yeah.
I need to input my subject.
You need to input a subject. So all of them have a subject index. We want that if a child is looking, let's say, for like work on math, they should just type in math and find stuff
and
on
math will come. I also see that you have something to do with grades.
Yeah.
So it's also grade specific.
Yes.
That this content that I am sharing is for this and for this.
Yeah.
All right.
So for your child, it makes it easy for you as a parent, let's say, to filter out grade specific content. Because you.
So now, Alvin, I'm seeing grades in my Ugandan setting as a Ugandan teacher. Will I assume that grade 1 is P1?
Ideally so, but you also see the age
ages.
structure. Yeah. So, which means that what we wanted to do is wanted to create something that is uniform, that can work in different contexts around the world, because it's a global platform. Now, this is the brand. It's a global platform.
So a teacher who signed up here is actually being seen globally.
Yeah.
Not just in Uganda.
Yeah.
So they can actually be able to land students outside of the country.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. This is very exciting. I don't know if it's just exciting for me, but it's also, I feel excited for the teachers that are watching, that in this day and age, we have something like this. All right, Kati, let's get to the hiring part that you talked about.
All right.
How do I, as a teacher, actually get seen is when I post.
Yeah.
Hired.
How do you get hired?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got tutors here. So if you can see that, so if you just go on over to tutors here.
There's a,
it's like a tutor marketplace. You can go and check. You see all the tutors, and whoever you'll click on, like there's the pricing, there's, all this stuff is there. And also, just 1 minute. So if you, let's say, went to like, so let's say here, if you go to this tutor, you can go to their platform and you will see their pricing. Just click schedule, select what you want. Is it online? Is it offline? So if it's
so you can schedule online and you can schedule in person. If they are in the place where you are at.
Yes.
Do I have a provision? I've seen US dollars. Do you have a provision for Uganda?
Yes. So on your platform, if you just go on over to settings, you can just select and change. You just put in Uganda and select, and everything else will be showing in
Uganda shillings.
So if I just go on over, let's say again, let's do that. So you will see the amount.
It becomes okay. So that's what he's charging per hour.
Yeah.
Now, I have so many questions, Alvin.
Go
At this point, I am the teacher. I have signed up. This is my. Do I set my price?
Yeah.
According.
That's very important. It's a very, very good question, actually. So we sat and thought, teachers do that real job. Why would someone else set for them a price? I'm not the one who is going to teach that child. I've made the platform, yes, but I'm not teaching the students individually. Yeah.
So let the teacher set their price.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So I sit down.
Yeah.
I think about how much I want to charge per hour.
Yes.
And then I will set my rate on here.
Definitely.
As I set up my account.
Yeah.
How do I receive that money? Do I?
Okay. So you do have a dashboard. So I'll show you on the other side. I'll sign as just 1 minute. Let me show you a tutor side so you can actually get to see what this looks like on the tutor side.
Teachers, my heart is actually racing with excitement. I'm thinking about the opportunity that we have right here, not just to teach the children in your classroom, but you can actually teach your children outside and beyond. I mean, and set your own rate. My goodness. This is very exciting. Anyways, let's first see this. I have so many questions for you, Alvin, because I'm curious to know how do I, as a teacher, then get onto the platform. But let's first look at the part of how do I get in, how do I set up, and how do I even register to get paid?
If I've said this, so you go onto your dashboard and you'll be able to see your money. And once there is money there, you can just click withdraw and the money will be
sent to
your mobile number. So you can actually choose if you want it to go to the bank or you want it to go to your mobile phone.
So the child or the parent pays?
Yeah. Pays to the platform and then the platform sends to you.
They pay to the platform. And then the platform sends to me.
Now, the reason is we need to also moderate because the parent pays before the class happens.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So we are also removing this whole thing of where you would actually go to that child and the parent is like, you know, I've got a small challenge, but tomorrow I'll give you the money. Tomorrow I'll give you the money.
So by the time you're telling the teacher, it's okay to teach, their money is actually secured. There.
Yeah. So think about it as the money is in escrow in the financial terms. Yeah.
So as soon as I'm done with
your lesson,
gig, I am able to then
you withdraw your money.
How cool is that? Kakati.
So your dashboard shows you all your bookings, everything.
So when I sign up as a tutor, I have access to all this.
Yes.
So I will feed in my account, I'll feed in my mobile money number, everything.
Yeah. Verified, get verified and get started.
I think you have skipped a bit because when you talk about verification, now you're going to talk about how do I actually get signed up to get onto TutorHail. I'm a teacher. I have had all this. It's very interesting. I want to sign up like yesterday.
Yeah.
How do I get signed up as a tutor onto Tutor? As a teacher onto TutorHail.
Yes. So once you sign on, and there's something I don't know if you saw it here. Now I'll have to log in again. But there's something that was showing become a tutor. So once you sign in, you get to see everything, but you're not yet a tutor. So you click on become a tutor and then
do you have a tutor?
Submit your documents.
Okay.
And then we have to go through them because we want to make sure that the parents actually getting value for their money. They are getting qualified tutors, not just any random person. They are getting experts. Yeah.
So for a teacher to get signed up, they need to actually submit their documents.
Yes.
And then they get verified.
Yeah.
How long is the verification period?
We try to make sure that verification happens in the most bit is 48 hours because we also need to do certain phone calls here and there to make sure that what you've given us is
actually correct.
Yes,
so you do the background work
we have to
ensure that everyone who gets onto the platform is verified and is a true teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
Or is a true expert in what they say they do. Because we also have tutors who are like engineers. We also have tutors who are like let's say writers. So all these things, we want to actually make sure that we do a background check to make sure
to
that
verify that this is the
verify
up
that
to
you-
truth.
yeah,
And
yes.
and from what you're saying, any teacher at any level
Yes.
can actually sign up.
Yes.
I don't have to be secondary school.
No.
Even when I'm teaching kindergarten,
You
I
can
will
sign
sign
up,
up,
yeah.
and that's the level that I'm going to sign up.
Yes. Because you can build your brand at any level. We are going to reach a time where when a teacher goes to a certain school to ask, let's say, for employment, they'll be like, yeah, what's your following?
What's your following? Please give me your TutorHail account.
Yeah.
Oh my
What's your
God.
following? Because there they can actually see the
The work that you're
reviews,
doing.
everything.
Ah.
And because they know if we bring teacher Flavia into this school, maybe in the following of 15,000 people, we could have 100 students come to our school just because of that.
Just because of teacher Flavia. So I
Yeah.
can actually be able to
Yeah. And that puts in a very different position to
even
negotiate your
negotiate
salary.
my salary.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, because
Yeah.
I already have people who believe and trust in me as a this is oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can hardly stay in my seat
Yeah.
because of excitement.
Yeah.
I've even forgotten my other question that I wanted to ask. Okay, I'm a parent.
Yeah.
I know that this is for teachers,
Yeah.
but I'm a parent. So now, because when I remember you said you were solving this for the parent who wanted to find a tutor for their child.
Yeah.
So I have explored what this is like for a tutor and a teacher. What does it look like for a student if I need to find a teacher? Is it
Now, trust me, when your child is on this,
Yes.
or you create
So
your
who
own
gets-
account.
So who gets on that?
Now,
Does
it's either way
parents
because
or
it's helpful for a parent, but also it could be helpful for a learner who just wants feedback for their work. You know? So we sometimes have a challenge in classrooms where the learner feels I'm not getting enough feedback for my work. But you know the easiest way to find feedback is social media. You post a photo and everyone is nice
commenting.
photo. Da, 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 da. Oh, where is this place? Da, 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 da. So how about if you posted your work and fellow learners are commenting on your work to even give you better feedback, or they're even asking you better questions that your class maybe never got to ask you. So you're growing your mind because
As
now
a
you're
learner.
thinking more as a learner. Yes.
Okay.
So even when you get to a point where you say, I need some help, you're already seeing teachers who are posting about the same thing you want help on.
So you can directly go to those teachers.
So you can easily tell your parent, you know, mommy, I actually saw this teacher. He teaches math. He's very good at it. This is their content. Can you please hire them to come and teach me at least an hour or two?
Can the child be able to DM a teacher and ask for help?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Even making it better, because then before you hire a tutor for the help, you have these discussions. Or I'm having I'm having trouble at math, but what is it? Do you have like things like dyscalculia? Are you challenged by numbers? Things like that. And if you say yes, the teacher knows exactly how to tailor
help you.
the help. Yeah.
Okay.
And if they are not a right fit for you, you can find another one and another one and another until you get your...
Because there are just so many.
Yes.
All right. So if the learner is on the platform, they can find the teacher.
Yeah.
Would you advise parents to get on the platform?
I would actually love parents to get on the platform.
Okay, but parents are literally just observers. They are not active.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can as well see what your child is engaging in.
Okay. Yeah. But also you could want to learn a skill.
Yes.
And then you could...
Baking, pottery, life skills.
So even me as a random person, I can be able to find a skill that I can learn.
Yes.
Oh, wow. This is...
The catalog for the subjects is enormous.
Okay.
And we keep updating. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So...
And to think that this is an innovation by a Ugandan teacher for teachers and for education, this is just amazing. I am looking at it and I'm just filled with so much excitement. I don't even know. Is there something I could have left out?
I didn't show you this. So I'll just show you something. So you don't just see only these posts. You can as well get to see videos. So we have multiple videos, that you can just get to watch. Even if you don't want to post anything, you can actually just come and watch videos.
If I'm teaching math, I can actually just come and watch videos on math content.
Yes. That could help you make the learning in your classroom better. That's why we said in and out of the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or you could see Teacher Flavia, who has probably a video on classroom pedagogy and giving different ideas of how to make it easier for kids to learn. And you go and implement those in your classroom.
My goodness.
Now, on YouTube, you're in a field of a lot of things.
Yes,
you don't know how to search. You don't know how to filter. Yeah. It's crazy.
But also, I think I feel comfortable in the fact that you are able. Do you verify anybody who posts, or you only verify the tutors?
We do verify the tutors because they're the main ones. But we do content auditing.
Okay.
For any content that's not educational to not make it through the feed. Yeah.
So everything that is on here is educational
Only
content.
Educational content, yes.
It's helpful for
something.
It's helpful for the teacher, helpful for the learner, helpful for the parent, and anybody who would like to learn anything.
Yeah. The platform is open for everyone.
My goodness.
Just sign up as though you're signing up for Facebook.
My goodness. And it is TutorHail. I think for me, I'm just blown away by the fact that it is our very own Ugandan.
And also, as a teacher, it's not just one-on-ones. You can actually create a group class. So if you just go on over, let's say like my classes over here, you can create a group class. So this is a class that could potentially be like in holiday. You're going to run a math, get better at probably what? Get better at division.
So I will
of 10 students.
I will probably announce that I'll be having a class.
Yes.
If you need to be a part of it, sign up here.
Yes. And all that happens in the platform. You don't need Zoom. You don't need Google.
It has an opportunity for me to conduct my class within the application. You're kidding.
You do conduct the class with them. Yeah.
I don't need Zoom. I don't need Google. I just get in and I conduct the list.
Yes. So even if you want to run I had you said you do teacher training.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the right
platform. I can come in here. Yeah. I need to sign up like yesterday, but I come in here and I can announce that I'll be conducting a training on this particular topic.
Yeah.
Sign up if you're interested. Yeah. And this is the price.
You would set up a workshop,
a seminar
or a master class.
My goodness. This is amazing. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Alvin, for sharing. I am in awe of this platform and what it can actually do for education. But for you teachers out there, if you're not yet on TutorHail, run.
Join the platform. Join
the platform and find a place where you can learn, but where you can also be noticed as a teacher, where you can build your brand. I'm thinking a few years from now, you don't just go in. You don't just go in and say you can give me whatever you want. You go in and you set the price because you actually have a brand as a certain teacher because of the work that you have done in TutorHail. My goodness. Thank you so much, Alvin, for this. It's very exciting.
You hosted me.
Back to the questions that we are answering, even as we try to come to a close. I'm imagining that building something is always quite challenging, and it takes a lot of It takes a lot of boldness to actually go ahead and start. What lessons have you been able to pick from you just going out to start TutorHail? That's someone out there who might want to start something, or they've been thinking of starting an innovation, but they've been scared. But here you are. We have seen you do this. It would be nice to share. What lessons have you learned over this period of time?
Dream, be a dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
Be a dreamer. We always tell our students to dream big and think big and all that kind of stuff. Why don't we do the same? I think it's much better, or it's much easier to inspire learners when they see you as well as their teacher dreaming. So we need to do that. And that I think the things I've come to understand whilst I've been doing this is that when you start, you'll always find a way. Starting is the hardest. figure out how you can start. Just start. Just start.
And then the rest will
Yeah.
just follow.
Everything will just keep falling in line.
Okay.
For some people who saw TutorHail, maybe the very first version of TutorHail, they will know how far we've come, because what you see now is very different from
how many years of work?
There's just 1 year of work, but version 1 was horrible.
It was not close to this.
Not anyway.
So you just need to start, and the rest will
fall in line.
Fall in line.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, to the teachers and educators who are seeing us or watching us or listening to us, what message, last remark would you actually have for them?
I think my last remark was in the message I said before.
Okay.
just
you would
dream.
ask them to
dream big. Dream big, and just put yourself out there. Now, consider the education you're giving these students in your class, that it should sustain them for their next set of years in their lives as they grow. Think of inspiring them to think bigger than Uganda. The world is 8 billion people.
8 billion.
There is so much we can do for 8 billion people. There is so many ways we can make this world better. And there is no better profession or no better space than the education space to make the world a better place. Everything that we've done here is because we dared to learn. That's education. It opens doors. The outcomes that we can get from this are enormous. We don't know what the future will hold 20 years from today or whatever, but we need to make sure that whatever we've given the students now, we've exposed them to what we think the future is like. Education is not just science, math. It's not just thinking, okay, what is science or Newton's laws of motion? Think, how can we actually integrate those in a real life situation? How can we use the knowledge that we have to put out things in the world that aren't there yet? You know, if in America, Elon Musk has SpaceX and they are going to the moon. The guy came from South Africa. He came from Africa.
And he's doing amazing.
Yes. We have very many people who have done very amazing things. That means we can. Yes, we can. Let's find out people who are outstanding. Let's expose the children to this. Let's foster their curiosity. Let's make sure that when they go to sleep, they can dream of what a child in China is doing today. Or what a child in the US is doing today. We're in the age of AI. We actually bring AI to TutorHail in probably a month. That will be very helpful to learners, you know. But in the age of AI, how much more can the students do? How much more can teachers do?
I think that's actually where I was going, because when we talk about exposure for the learners, is the teacher exposed? How do the teachers get
it starts with
this
us.
Exposure?
It starts with us. Most of these resources are now coming out free. And of course, with platforms like TutorHail, you will find these resources. Because if I learned something about large language models today, I want to share it on TutorHail. You will find it because you're TutorHail. You might not be in position to do the research, but I'll have done the research for you.
Exactly.
And I've posted it. All you have to do is just read it.
Just go on there and read about it.
Yes.
You're also getting exposed and you're thinking bigger. Oh, wow.
So with that, I think we have a good start. We have a good start. And of course, with platforms like the Teacher Podcast, I think the the people who will be coming on this podcast will be inspiring teachers more and in turn inspiring learners. Parents are going to watch this. They'll as well be inspired. This is a very good space.
Thank you.
For sharing all what's happening in education.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alvin.
The pleasure is all.
It has been amazing just learning about this and just hearing that this was something that you saw in the, a problem that you saw and thought of a solution. And you've created something that, in my opinion, is just going to change the way that learning is done. For all of us. So thank you so much. To the teachers who are watching, if you have not yet signed up or downloaded TutorHail, run, pick up your phone. If you have an iPhone, go to...
put for them a link in the...
We shall definitely put a link.
Yeah.
And so you can be able to click on it and download TutorHail. But please get TutorHail, sign up as soon as possible. It's an opportunity for you to learn, an opportunity for you to get seen and build your brand. And my goodness, the opportunities that I had are just enormous. So please run. Okay. If you have enjoyed this particular episode and you'd like to enjoy many more that are yet to come, please hit the subscription button so you can be able to get an episode when it is out. But also, if you know a teacher out there who is doing amazing work and has, such innovations, please do share their names so we can be able to find them and host them on the Teacher Podcast. Should you have a question, a comment, or something that you'd like to learn more about, please do not hesitate. Still, you can be able to leave those in the comment section for us so we can get them and respond to the questions that you have. We shall leave a link to how you get onto TutorHail so you can join TutorHail, but also a tutorial on how to be able to use it. So, teachers, we do not have a reason not to grow and improve ourselves. All right? So please take the opportunity. Let's get better. Let's grow together. This is the space for us to thrive, not just survive. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Bye.